What's up, guys? It's Sebastien, the approved guy, and today I'm going to be talking about starting a business first steps. So now we're going to get into the technical aspect of starting a business. In my last video, we talked about your vision and purpose and creating a plan. So just to quickly recap, your purpose is the gift that you love to do. Remember, if you have a gift that you love to do, but you are no good at it, then that's probably not your purpose. If you have a gift that you don't enjoy doing, but you're really good at it, it's probably not your purpose. So the gift that you love to do is the gift that is your purpose. That's the one that you're really good at and you enjoy doing it, and that's most likely your purpose. So identify what that is, whether it is something minor that you don't think has value or something that is, huge, that is daunting. But that is your purpose. Own that, see that, create a vision in your own mind. Close your eyes and create a vision, and based on that vision, create a plan. Put it on paper and create a plan, so you are able to control, or not really control, but you're able to mitigate time and change based on your plan. So that's step one of starting a business: vision and purpose. Step two is actually creating the company. All right, so here we go. Number one, you need to create a name. What is your company name? So what you need to do is, before you actually agree on a name, you need to decide what state are you going to form in. Are you going to form your company in your state, or are you going to do a foreign entity in a state like Nevada, Delaware, or Arizona? There's several states that allow foreign entity filings, and there's a value to that. There's a reason why people do that. So we want to research that. I can talk more about that in another video. But once you decide if you're going to form your company in your state or whatever state, then you need to search the Secretary of State to determine if anyone has the name that you want, that you're going to use for your company. Okay, so create your company name. I do recommend that that company name should not be industry specific per se, especially in certain industries like real estate or business finance or any kind of finance. Certain industries, words like real estate, like finance, like builder, certain things can be taboo to certain banks. They may not like that in the future. So create a name that's unique to your business, your vision and purpose, that may not be industry specific. Okay, establish the name. Number one. Number two, create your company with the Secretary of State. So you're going to go to your Secretary of State and you're going to establish your business. So you can establish an S corp, a C corp, an LLC. There's so many different options. In the description below, I'm going to provide you with a link to a company which is called Legal Shield, that has a service called Launch, which is only $150. You get to speak to an attorney who will help you through this process. Now, the $150 is the fee for the attorney to help you set up the company, but of course you have your fees with the Secretary of State. And then the next step is to get your tax ID or your EIN number from the IRS. So first you get your business name, form the company with the state, and then you're going to get your EIN or tax ID number from the IRS. So these are the basic, first three steps just to get a business formed. Now, a lot of folks will immediately take that information and go right to the bank to open up a business checking account. But before you do that, I'm going to recommend three other steps that is going to help your business to be credible. All right. Number one, you're going to get a business phone number, so you're not using your cell phone for your company. Number two, you're going to get a business domain name, which is your website address, and an email account to match your domain name, so you're not using a free public email like Yahoo, Gmail, etc., but you have a designated email for your business. Again, these are the basic things that will make your business credible. And number three, you're going to need to decide if you're going to use your home address or if you're going to set up an address with a virtual office company like REGUS that can help you get a business address without having to pay for rent in a brick and mortar location. Now, you can use your home address. However, keep in mind, on public records and on Google and other search engines, maps will go right down into your street address and people can see that in public records. So if you want to create a buffer between, your personal home address and your business, then you may want to either rent an office and have a business address, or use a company like REGUS. Again, that will be in the description below, so that you are able to set up a virtual office with a designated business address where you can receive mail. I do trust Regis, and again, that's in the description below. That's going to cost between $50 to $100 to get a designated business phone number. If you go to your phone company, it can be $100 to $200 to do that. With the link I'm going to provide below in the description, it'll be Ring Central. You can use that, and that's going to cost you maybe $15 to $25 a month. It's also going to give you a really robust business phone system in terms of answering machine and multiple extensions, and you can forward that to your cell phone. And so that makes it so you don't really skip a beat on how you're doing things. And they'll even give you an eFax included in your monthly subscription. So it's a voice over IP business phone number, and I recommend getting an 800 number for the business. So you do that, and then you're going to get your domain name. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. So you set up a domain for what, $12, and an email account for maybe $2 a month. And so now you have a designated email address for your business at your domain name. You want to set up a basic website, maybe just something small, 2-3 pages, just to get started. So you have a contact page with your business name, business address, business phone number, and business email. Through Ring Central, you're going to be able to get that submitted to 411 directory so that your business is on public records. This is the first step in being a legitimate, credible business, which is going to lead to your ability to immediately start creating and generating business credit on your business's EIN or tax ID. Just think of your business's EIN or tax ID number as your business's social security number. So just like you can create credit on your personal credit, you can create credit on your business credit as well. So if you set this up properly, then you're setting your business up to be credible so that you can immediately start building business credit. So these are data points that business credit bureaus and banks will look at. So make sure you do these things the right way before you set up and open up that bank account. You also want to identify your industry code, your SIC code. Again, I'll put a link in the description so you can search for that. And ultimately, once you have these details set up, then you're going to take that information and go to the bank that you choose and set up a business checking account. I'll also put a link for a bank I recommend, a web-based fintech bank called NOVO, that you can set up a bank account, and you know that it's a great business checking account that you can use for your business. But any bank that you prefer, that you're comfortable with, that offers a business checking account, you want to get that set up, and that at that point you are a legitimate official business once you have your name, your company set up with Secretary of State, your EIN with the IRS, your business phone number, business domain and email, basic website, your address situation. Didn't say this earlier, but let me just say it to you now. You don't want to use a UPS or a PO box number. Don't do that, okay? Banks and lenders don't like that, and it can cause you to get declined. This is something that scams and con artists do when they're trying to do fraud. They'll set up a business and they won't use a legitimate address. They'll have a PO box, and they'll use people's identities to commit fraud. So don't use a PO box or UPS. You want to use a legitimate business address, physical location, your home address, or a legitimate virtual address through a company like Regis. Okay, so you get that set up. You are now in operation. You got your business checking account, and you have a business. Now that's it. That's all it takes to get up and running as a business. Now from here, you're going to need to start the business. You're going to need to start creating your product and marketing, and start generating sales and revenue, or whatever your business service is going to be. But just to get set up to where you can be in operation, these are the basic first steps to establishing a business. If this video is of value to you and you appreciate the content, please like, please share, and comment below, and definitely ring that notification bell for future video content. I appreciate you guys. Make it a great life.